right. Hopefully I'm on there. Let's see here. Get all my crazy tabs. Welcome to my life. One thing about me is I'm very good at multitasking on multiple levels and just keeping it going. Um, I'm a very determined person. I'm a very action oriented person. This is the longest in my life that I've ever not worked and just working full time at going door to door and and going on this journey for running for office. It's an odd experience. I'm used to throwing myself at work, but it's a great experience. I'm happy to do it. I'm gonna just recap some things. First and foremost, thank you so much for stopping by. It's your People First candidate, Sean Ritchie. I am blessed to be with you today. It has definitely been an interesting couple of weeks. Got a lot of things done. Multiple podcasts. I had the backstory. I had Kampai Sugai. I hope I said that right. The Hawaii Boss podcast dropped today. Did the Law Talk with Rick Hamada and Mark Victor on Saturday. Been doing our sign wavings on Saturdays and looking to plug in an extra day there, and then still continuing the day-to-day door-to-door grind, on top of being a father, on top of being involved in the community aspects and faith aspects that I am. It's an interesting road for sure. I will also be on, sorry, my cat's here. I'll also be on kind of the big top, if you will, I think. There's a tent at the 50th State Fair for Hawaii Calls. And I was recommended by somebody to speak at this event. I take very seriously any recommendations, anybody who thinks I would do well in a certain arena. I have no fear of having these conversations, of working towards solutions. That's what I do. That's what I am. I'm a solution-oriented person. I posted this week about my deductive reasoning skills. That is what I love to do. I love to take facts from where we're at and then see how they tie together as we look at the probability of risk in different events and see where the likely outcomes are as a hypothesis, and then you have to actually go and do it. And that's what I'm good at. I'm very quick with the risk analysis, deductive reasoning, and then I am action oriented in addressing whatever I have data for. With most things that I am good at, that I like to do, I always spend time listening first. I always spend time building that framework, that parameter, if you will, to understand something, and then I can be creative within it to make progress, to come up with solutions. But if I don't listen, then I can't really understand the problems. I can't really understand what needs to be fixed. And I'm very much let's not just do change for change's sake, right? I don't like that. I see some merits in it. You stir up the pot, you see what's going on. But change for change's sake has never been a luxury for me. That sounds like a gamble. I'm much more, I'd spend the time, I'd like to come up with the framework, come up with the best way to make it happen, and then follow through on that and just absolutely make it happen. And this is new for me because I'm learning and doing and going all at the same time with this campaign, which leaves me pretty taxed, pretty at capacity. And I know I would do a million times better with a team. I've always been more team oriented. It's just, politics, Politics are a weird, nasty thing. And, I know there's people who, support me personally and they agree with a lot of what I do politically, but I'm also so new, so different, such a centrist, such a realist. I have an opinion about things. I'm not just going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to have a real conversation about it. And, it's to be seen if the world, my district, is ready for, that sort of conversation, that sort of leader who's going to address these things, again, respectfully, again, understanding what's in my control and what's not in my control, and staying with what's in my control, and speaking on that. I'm good at this kind of stuff. I'm good at politics, if you will. I'm good at, moving things in a direction and being, again, based in that respect, and wanting to push it for better and taking my shots when I can, and being patient and waiting when I won't. And again, in those times where the path is slow, I'll be transparent about it, and I'm going to be investing more in my communities with what's in my control when I'm not there. Because, I can't promise to make changes in the legislature. That's not how it's built. And I'm honestly happy about that. That's what it's all about, is there's these checks and balances of ideas from districts, from people, and you have to get a consensus if you're going to make it a law, because then it applies to everybody. And it's a big responsibility. And again, it's something that, I never want to force my opinion on people. Again, I'm a deep thinker. I think I have a great opinion on things. It's nuanced, it's educated, and it's flexible to a certain degree, right? With very clear kind of boundaries on, what is making things better and what is, heading in a different direction. And again, as long as we're heading in that improvement direction, and it's, it's working for the most people, then I'll support it, and we'll keep it going in that way. And I'll have conversations. And again, everybody who's been following me, those questions will be, how does this put people first? How are people in my district going to benefit from this? And if not, then how are people on the island going to benefit from this? And if not, then why are we really having this conversation? That's where we're at in this current moment. And if there's not a substantial piece of the pie for the people, then now is probably not the time, because the people need it the most. And so anyway, recommendation for me to step up to this event. So I will be at the 50th State Fair on July 3rd to have a real conversation. And I'm excited about it. We're going to go straight from church over there. And, I look at this list, and I'm the only Democrat that's on there. I did ask if other Democrats were invited, and they did say yes. That is important to me. Obviously, as somebody from that party, I want other people from my party to feel welcome and feel supported, and I would obviously stand with them on party issues if we went, to the degree that, again, it's benefiting people. And I'm running as a Democrat because I believe that, what we need to do to make things better for people is going to require the government. And, I would rather harness that power for progress that is more efficient in making things better than, what I hear sometimes from, my friends on the right is more of a regressive approach, right? And again, it's hard for me because I'm a fan of certain deregulation, but not the deregulation that I've seen from that party, which, benefits the corporations who, again, not a big fan there either, right? Fan of free markets, fan of, checks and balances and regulation that assists people, getting out of poverty, entering into the market, producing for the economy. That's my bag. That's what I look forward to. And I've exhausted on my website the party platform, and I am confident in this station. I wonder why I'm the only one at some of these events. And it's we need to get past that. We need to be able to connect and have conversations, and that's what I hope this is. And if I'm walking into a buzzsaw and I'm walking into, something that's going to, put me in a weird spot, then, I'll gracefully and hopefully, appropriately just let them know that, I want to keep this on the issues. I want to keep this on the solutions. And, but anyway, beyond that, Hawaii Calls, Meet the Candidates Real Town Hall, 1 to 3 on Sunday. So I'll be down there. You can check it out. Hopefully there'll be some video coming out of that I can share to add to the collection so far, which again goes everywhere from first one was Rabbits on Sunday. Kavika, I appreciate him reaching out to everybody and giving that opportunity, and then just kind of reached out from there. I think I had Hawaii Boss. Who else did I have? Backstory. Sorry if I'm forgetting. Oh, Above the Bridge. That was a huge one. And the only reason that he, we connected in that way was because he's from Kaneohe, and it's just, it's such a blessing to, reach out, because, independent media is so important to me. That's why I'm doing these streams, is because, again, I'm an action-oriented person. I don't want to just talk about it and then not do it. I'm going to be putting together a series going forward about food independence and start to pick that up, and hopefully, have an event or get together for around, food independence, and raising awareness of our local garden, community garden from the city, and tie in with that and make sure that we're highlighting these food sustainability efforts. And again, practice what I preach there, and that's going to be my theme. But again, I'm one person. I can do one thing at a time, and just do the best that I can. I don't really know what more to say than that. Hold on one second. So we'll go through. It's been a while since we. Oh, I freeze. Yeah. So yeah, I think this is where. Let's see. There we go. So this is where we left off. Starting to do these series of just every day putting out some content. Again, this is just me, off the top of my head. I'm better with people. I'm much better riffing and working off of a conversation than just coming up off the top of my head. But again, I want to show you guys how I think about things, and again, why I'm a good candidate for this, because I'm able to process this information, act on this information, be respectful in how I consume it and how I produce it back to you, and hopefully that shows. And again, could it be better? Absolutely. We can always do better. And I'm very much going to stay in that realm. But yeah, sorry, my dog might bark. I do live with my parents, and so at times they'll come back. I do have 2 dogs, a cat, Quail, tortoise. 2 kids. So anyway, go through here. Again, I think that there's often a misconception when I'm a Democrat that I'm just pro big government, and I'm pro efficient government. I'm pro better government. I'm not necessarily pro bigger government, for just like you don't want to make change for change's sake, you don't want to get bigger for bigger's sake. And then Media Monday started to get some of these clips. Don't know what's going on my internet. Had some more plumbers, less politicians. Oh, no. Where is it? More librarians, less lawyers. More firefighters, less fakers. More garbage men, less gatekeepers. So true. Huge, what do you call it? Instagram Live, where I discuss, the big problem to me, with the government the way it is now here, with its fiefdoms, its lighthouses, and where there's these siloed powers, where people become, start to make themselves about their position, and start to crave the authority of being able to tell people what to do there, and don't share that knowledge, don't share that, and they build these structures, and we need to bring those back down. And I still believe that wholeheartedly. Couple of testimonials. Not sure how this is looking on YouTube. Sorry about the choppy chop. Okay, well, I'm not gonna mess with that too much more, and honestly, I'm probably gonna try and get off this stream. If it's all patchy, I'll have to figure out what's going on with the internet. It's been a thing recently, so I do apologize. I've got the full bars, but it ain't producing here, so yeah, sorry about that. Couple of like I said, every day I'm gonna try and get a little saying in there. I hope people are liking that. I hope people respond and want to be a part of what I'm looking to do here, which is be as honest and forthcoming as I can. And again, once we start getting people on here, and we can get a back and forth going, I think it'll be something pretty special. So I'm good at that. I'm good at juggling these things. Good at keeping my cool even when things are not going the way you would hope they would. Man. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up, but please tune in, keep it going. We're gonna be sign waving on Saturdays, and we're gonna look for one more day. I haven't decided, to be quite honest. Thinking this Thursday, but I'd have to send something out like today, and I haven't done that. So might just do Saturday again, and then look to pick it up again next week with the day one as well, and then looking to do maybe some mornings as well, solo by myself, although you can always stop by. I mean, seriously, have a conversation with me. That's what I love to do, because when I can take your data points and I can apply them to that framework, and we can talk about solutions, and maybe you don't want to talk about solutions, maybe you just want to hear about me, I'm good at that too. But I'm trying to highlight what I'm going to bring to the table, as far as when I talk about people first, when I talk about, the type of politician I'm going to be, you can, you can make that assumption, or you can actually come and challenge me on it. And I think that if you challenge me on it, you'll be pretty impressed. Again, is the world, is my district ready for a candidate like me who's going to be tough, but outwork people, ask questions, be in the community, not just try and get by on my status, but get by on my ethics and my work integrity, and what I can do for you, and not just what I can say on your behalf. Because that's part of it, and I do want to speak for you. I want to speak with you and then articulate that in the people's house. But I also work for you, and I want to have that impact show, and be as genuine as I can through it. So gonna go to Hawaii Calls, gonna answer that call. Any other tough conversations that come up, I'm ready, and I hope people are ready too. And if you are worried about something that I'm saying or have questions about it, it's always better to talk with me and see where I'm coming from, and I'm going to see where you're coming from. And again, if you want to see things get better, then I'm your guy. If you want more of the same, or you're happy with the way things are going, then we can still be friends. But I'm definitely not the representative for you. So thank you all for the time. I wish the internet was better. Sorry that was kind of a little bit junk, but please stay up on the Instagram. No one's really picking up on the Facebook or anything like that, and that's okay, because I don't really know who's on Facebook for my generation anyway. Probably a lot of voters. But I'm trying to be as proactive as I can in letting people know what they're tuning in for, what they're gonna get from a representative. And it's realness, and it's a high aptitude to learn. It's a high integrity to do better. It's passion of helping people and connecting with people, and purpose of providing solutions and acting upon those things, and having purpose in fulfilling those connections and walking that path, and not just relying on my brain to intellectually lay a path, but then to walk it, I think is pretty rare. And I'm good at that, and all I can do is ask people to give me a chance and give myself a chance. I gotta keep reaffirming it, is that I am good enough to do this, and I am worthy to do this, because I know that serving others is where I excel at, but I have a hard time loving on myself. And kids helps a lot with it, and my wife helps a lot, and just growing up, I think you learn to appreciate a lot more. But I have a hard time doing things for myself, and it feels good to run for others and do this for others. And it's counterintuitive for the fact that I'm running for office, and it has to be about me for people to vote for me. It's super weird wearing my name on my shirt and having a sign with my name on it, and probably gonna have a banner with my big old face on it, and that's not me. But that's the name of the game, and this is about sacrifice for me, and I'm willing to sacrifice those things. I'm willing to get out of my comfort zone, and put myself out there for people, and say, I know we can do better. I know we can do better. And if you don't think that I'm the better that you want, then challenge the other candidates and challenge them to do better. And if you feel moved by them and you believe them, go for it. But I'm doing all these things so that you have an opportunity to get to know me, and then hopefully believe in me, that when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. I'm a very determined, will-driven person, and I am also thoughtful, so I've thought through this, and I'm taking this leap of faith. And now I'm rambling, so thank you, everybody. Hopefully you guys like these little streams. I gotta figure out how to get the chat up there hopefully you guys start coming in and we can start having good chats and figuring out what's there. I wonder if I can do it. Text? No. Anyway, appreciate it, everybody. Gonna sign